tell us what you gonna do. Why are you traveling here? And I was so sleepy and everything. I had 3 hours of sleep and I was tired. I said, I mistaken the country where I am traveling. So I was telling them, Montenegro is beautiful country. That's the true by story. I'm doing real estate and there are beautiful lots and everything, you know. And they look at me like, what the fuck? He's fucking with us? Right? I say, hey, Montenegro. And they look at like very upset. I said, then I realized in the bus later, I'm going to Macedonia, no Montenegro, you know. So they were like, they look at me like, who is this guy, you know? Then they say, look, you look like a mafia. You got a lot of rings, you got a Rolex watch, you got this, you got that. Can we show the card, you know, you pay the Hyatt hotel, whatever. Then they were checking, then they speak in Serbian. They say, and then I asked him, no, you can open it, there's no double bottom. He understood us. Of course I understood. So they go, and I was always standing, you know. Then I stand up. He said, no, don't do sharp movements. I said, no. I stand up. I just leaned toward the, and I said, They said, no, you can't do this. They said, okay, can I smoke here? They said, no, you can't. Okay, take your time. Then the driver was coming. He said, because the people are standing. Then people, and the guy was nervous. I said, you see, you're nervous. I said, 10 minutes. My friend, it was 3 hours. Because maybe I was too much teasing the other guy. Because the other one, he knew that there is nothing. They check, I make it short, long story short. They check every single piece of my luggage, everything, you know. They take this motherfucking book. Look. Oh my gosh. Read this book. I don't know if they were passionate readers or whatever. But, you know, check it out. That's how they were going through my luggage. And they take this book, you know. It's 10 rad nájemného vraha, jak vyčistit kvartír. And the guy was like going through this, and he was reading it, and I told him, listen, you know what is this book? He says, no, it's a diary of contract killer. And he looked at me like, then I told him, listen, I don't wanna interfere in your job, but I think, look at me, look at a guy like me. You know, traveling like that, you know. Do I look like my friend? A fucking smuggler? Yes, you do. You look like a pusher. I know, but this is the point, Bratko, I told him. If I wanna smuggle fucking 10K of coke in the luggage, I would probably wear something casual, right? I mean, they start to talk, he's fucking with us. I said, listen, if I do your job, I would more focus on the people in the bus because I can be a bite. You know what is bite? They say, don't do these movements. I said, why? What? You making you nervous? Huh? I'm so sorry. Making you nervous? Huh? You making you nervous? I look at the unfriendly. Huh? I play a little sociopathic game. They didn't know if I'm a maniac or if I will. They say like, do you have some weapon? I said, no. I said, we have to check you out. Don't do this movement. I said, you know, I said, I don't wanna fucking, you know, I don't wanna, you know, give you advices, but maybe I'm a bite, and I have nothing in my luggage, and one of the smugglers is in the bus. So they ran to the bus, they came back, and they talked to some guy, and they were very upset. I said, I just saying, if I am a smuggler, I would do it in this way. Oh, sorry, you don't speak so good English, right? So I a little bit upset them, right? I mean, I should not do this because, so then they go through my mobile phone because I was recording it and they want me to erase it. So I said, but first you have to tell me kindly. And they said, please. It's okay. If you now talking to me, sir and mister, and you say, please, I will do it. But they saw some bag, you know, like a bag, like a Louis Vuitton bag. And they said, what is this bag? I said, it's my other bag, it's the Louis Vuitton bag, you know. But this bag was with me on the board, in the coach, in the bus. My suitcase was in the luggage, you know. So they said, I said, you neglected your job. I have a second luggage in the bus. They were so upset. You see, imagine I'm smuggling something, huh? So they said, come with me, huh? Go out. I said, relax, don't do this movement. I'm okay, I'm relaxed. You're not relaxed, huh? Okay, okay. You know, the guy was like, I was psychologically destroying them. They were so nervous. The one guy was laughing because, the other one who wanted to scare me was like, he was losing his nerves. So we went to with the other lady and the bad guy, the retarded, to the coach. There were these people, they were like, why it takes so long, the driver at me? I said, shut the fuck up, mind your fucking business, you Serbian fuck. I'm politically discriminated, huh? Okay. They say, don't you understand? Relax. So we take the bag, we come back into the office. Again, same procedure, open the bag. They go through the bag, They say, why you have so many pills? Wait, what is this pill? I say, I vomit. I vomit in the bus. I'm seasick. I'm motion sickness. And they say, a on mu říkal, and he says in Serbian, ja tam vidím nějaký stres, žaludko, on tam něco pačuje. And he was saying in Serbian, I think he ate some cocaine, that's why he has the motion sickness pills. And I look at him and I understand everything. I said, no, I'm telling you, my friend, if I would smuggle something, I would not take a fucking coach and look like this. I travel more casually.